All right, welcome back to Cross Channel. Let's get started for today's playthrough. So I stopped at 1 o'clock, but for some reason I remember falling asleep at around 2:30 and 3. It's currently 9 a.m. So I ate breakfast and wanted to get reading. Anyway, let's get started. As usual, Touko was absentmindedly sitting in the classroom, just simply being there with no objective, because she can't do anything. A Touko with nothing but inertia. Touko. She hesitated because I call her Touko. Hold out your hands. Okay, she's taking the bait. I can imagine what you're being wary of. But this time it's different.
前もそんなこと言ってたじゃない。騙されるもんですか。
This is a problem.
握らせるつもりに決まってる。
This is a greeting. Nothing like what you're thinking.
嫌だ。
She's tough. I'll forcibly violate her. Jesus Christ. Hands. I took her hands by force. The impulse to make her grip it boiled up, but I held back.
ちょっと。
Her face went pale. She must have thought that her hands would be raped. These fucking lines, man. I would like to, but I won't do it now. Eat mother's flavor. 3 round candies rolled around on the palm of her hand. Be at ease. The 200 million small wonderful lives aren't inside those. They're on vacation.
当たり前でしょ。
Touko gripped the candies. You should be able to live for a while with enough sugar intake. Cheap jokes should also be forgiven if done 3 at a time. Even if you don't have an appetite, make sure you practice putting things in your mouth. Touko glared at her wrist.
あなたはいつもそう。優しいふりをしたり、バカにしたり、冷たくしたり、わかんないの。
Oh man, she's automatically vaulting here. The way she said, I don't understand. You just know. She covered her face.
ほっといて。お願いだから。
She's mad at me, but I achieved my objective, so don't worry about it. Pretending to be kind. She hadn't said it with much thought, but it hit the mark. Touko was like this last year too, and I am acting the same as always as after all. Kurosa Taichi's harassment of Touko continued. No one beside me ever tried to talk to her. That wasn't because of malice. There were those at Kunjo who could have held a conversation, but Touko herself rejected them, because everyone was sensitive to malice. But I practically feed on it. Kirihara, where's your lunch?
いらないの。
But your stomach's growling.
うるさいわね。
You're cute when you're angry. Kirihara's face looks better when it's full of rage. I used a variant of the pickup line. You're cute when you're smiling. Kirihara's face looks better with a smile on it.
黙れ。
It shouldn't produce any development. You're rich. Why don't you have a bento at
い
least?
らないんだってば。
Right before her eyes, I was greedily devouring my bento. Her face was already red. By the way, do you not know how the cafeteria works or something? Touko had been looking down the whole time, but she finally nodded slightly.
ずっと寮だったの。
So, you only use dormitories and butlers.
どうして食事をとるのに並ばないといけないのよ。意味不明。
And she's so rich, holy shit. It's amazing that you can honestly say that. She's not ordinary. That's what I thought. Okay, come with me. By the way, before we continue, do ojos like this actually exist? I can't even comprehend the idea. But I did hear such similar stories from friends in real life because I had a pal who was trying to date like a sheltered rich girl. Like, I'm gonna try to put it in like an analogy. Say you live in New York and the rich girl is in Manhattan. If you live in New York, it's so easy to get to like to the other boroughs like Brooklyn, Queens, or whatever. But imagine dating a girl who lives in like fucking Upper East Side, which is kind of close to Central Parkish area. Just think about that. Anyway, it's a kind of little old rich area. Now, imagine trying to date someone from there, and she tells you, "Oh, I never went outside of Manhattan for the rest of my for the last 20 years." And you'll go like, "What? At all?" And I don't know. Probably she literally never even actually had like. I mean, I've heard about stories about those people who never had fast food in their entire life. Usually, when it comes to like when you start like your undergrad, you meet someone so rich, and their parents, they come from like a really rich background, but their parents be like, I'm just gonna throw my child to the undergrad system that I took when I was a child. But compared to my childhood, the parents' childhood versus like her child, where they had like cafeteria, had experiences going to cafeteria during their high school, or going to McDonald's or whatever the fuck. They always had their child eat at home cooked meals made by like butlers and private chefs, or they always dine out at a fancy restaurant. So, but they give their child like the experience of like having like a more average normal child, or average kid experience in university. So when they get the chance to eat like Chick-fil-A, it really fucks their mind probably in a good way, I think. I don't know. I don't know. I'm really curious if such people exist, but looking back there, I think they do exist. But like, I never encountered one literally. I just hear stories from friends who happened to chance encounter them. But of course, in my own personal life, the closest I've gotten close to like a very, very, very rich person was like I'm sitting in class. Then I saw astroturf over their laptop screen. They're literally buying a fucking condo. Like they're literally getting ready to buy a condo. Like he was getting numbers. Like I saw like the listing was buy, not rent, because he's the dude's an exchange student, and he's probably looking for like a new place, maybe because his old place is just like doesn't fit his style. That's the reason, probably. I don't know, man. Anyway, let's continue. I'm digressing. I'm rambling on a random tangent right now about rich people. I pulled her hand. Don't worry about it. I'll try to be friendly to beauties. If Kitty had to open her heart more, I think she'd be able to make able to have a fun life. Now, let's go. A one-sided relationship like that, based on curiosity. I heard you got in trouble with the teacher again. About you not wearing the uniform. But wasn't that decision made by the exam? Which means there's a possibility that Kirihara will hurt people. I think so too. I think so too. If she had, Touko would probably just destroy herself. Kirihara, do you hate Kunjo?
嫌いに決まってるわ。だって私まともなんだから冗談にもならないわよ。
Really? I find it fun. It's easy.
どこが毎日見張られて異常者扱いされて
But it's nothing to be afraid of.
私には関係ないことよ。
Then, do you hate me?
大嫌い。
You really are. Alone all the time. You can't make friends like that.
いらない。
Why not join a club?
入らない。
But they're fun.
どうして私を誘うのよ。他にいくらでもいるでしょ。
Kirihara's fine.
どうしてよ。
Because I like Kirihara.
迷惑。
I warm up to people because I like them. I'm harmless and I want to be their friend. I could be putting out such an aura. I was nearly brainwashing. It was nearly brainwashing. Man, this guy's really calculating. At some point, Touko asked me,
クロスはどうしてここにいるの？
because my heart is sick.
そうは思えないんだけど。
In the part you can't see. In the part I can't show. Touko held her head.
私もうやだここ。怖いこの学院。踊りたい。
Where do you want to return to? I'm sure she doesn't mean her old school. Back to the days that have long since passed. I said it's fine. It's fun once you get used to it.
慣れない。
Aren't you just deciding that you can't? Kid had us cute. If she wanted to, she could have as fun, alive as she wanted.
そういう話をしているわけじゃ。
Cute, cute. I rub her head.
よしてよ。もうバカ。
It threw me off. But if she really didn't like it, would she be red all the way up to her ears? And then I had a dream about Touko. I woke up. Sunlight was penetrating through the window. I must have been sleeping soundly. I didn't have a single dream. The time, 7 a.m. I had to go to school. I looked inside the classroom. Touko was there. Ohayo? You don't look well.
クロスには関係ない。
That's Kurt. Why are you coming to school?
それも関係ない。
I know. It's because you want someone to talk to you.
違うわよ。
Her voice became rough. That's why I spoke to you.
何言って。そんなのクロスが勝手に思ってるだけでしょ。
That makes it 2 days in a row. If you just drink water, you'll die. I'll give you this. I held out Yoko's bento.
何これ。
That's definitely not underwear or a bottle. I wonder how many times did he give her something with his fucking cum or shit? What the hell? He always makes that joke.
信用できなさすぎる。あんたはいつも精液のことしか考えてない。
There you go. There you go. That's a ridiculous overstatement. I was shocked. It's food. There's sandwiches and sweet bean bread in it. The sweet bean bread was even steamed in a basket.
いらない。必要ない。
No, you need it. Eat. I poke her with the bread.
やめて。
Threw me off violently. The bread fell. I picked it up. I ignored the parts that had picked up dirt and ate it myself. Then I held out another one.
あなた。
The secret technique of becoming the pupil of your parents' murderer. What? No way, because are you giving me? No, maybe he's just saying random ass shit in his brain. Because There's no way every single rich person in this fucking story went to the fucking Hasegawa mansion. No way, right? Because that would also mean maybe this is just random shit. Okay. Touko, she'll fall for it easily. Take it. She accepted it. With the bread in her hand, she gazed at me agape. Isn't it painful to have no one beside yourself to worry about you?
何言ってるのかわからない。
You want people to worry about you. You want them to complete you. She became quiet, and I, for one, do worry a little. She surely despises me.
よく言う。心配してるならどうして
He suddenly stood up. I wasn't trying to make you mad or anything. I toppled. It didn't hurt at all. After attacking me, Touko collapsed. Okay, right in cue. Hello? She was rubbing her eyes. Her face looked pale. Touko. I stooped down beside her.
呼び捨てないでよ。
She seemed to be straining her voice. By the way, in the previous route, whatever that was, where they also had this scene, how did she die? Did she still die of starvation, or did she die because she was in the she was oh no okay, I remember now. Sorry, I don't know why I forgot. She got shot on the back. She got shot in the back. It was like the Touko route where I guess she tried to defend Taichi from Kiri, and she got shot in the back. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I just suddenly remembered. Anyway, let's continue. She seemed to be straining her voice. This is an emergency. Let's call it truce.
目が見えない。
You're fine. Your blood flow is just bad right now.
気持ち悪い。吐きそう。
You need to puke.
いや。
Then lie on your side. I rested her head in my lap.
頭ぐるぐるする。立ちくらみしたみたいになってる。
You'll be able to see again
ど
soon.
うしてわかるのよ。医学なんて知らないくせに。
I know all about Touko.
あ、
Can you see how?
うん。
Anemia. That sort of thing can happen sometimes.
ちょっと楽になってきた。
Open your mouth.
変なもの入れる。やだ。
Just water. Pure water. I'm just going to make you drink it. She opened her mouth. I poured it in. Go in.
いい。自分で飲むわよ。貸しなさい。
Touko drained it with the manners of a sports club's vice president who never stops worrying about her teammates. This is very specific. This is a very specific description. Did Romeo Tanaka was he in a sports club where one of his friends was in a sports club and he saw the Bukutan whatever you call it, drink water like that? Bukutan Pucho, I don't know, man. I don't know Japanese. Was her stomach being stimulated?
今のは間違いだから。
I know. And that's why you should eat. She blushed easily. We're already going back to a flashback about eating. Well, to be fair, we didn't complete like the whole scene about her going to the canteen. A while after Touko finished eating lunch,
今日は私が並ぶ。
she said that. She gotten used to the cafeteria, but Touko always hid behind my back because there were many strange people. I even escorted her to the bathroom. Toko's job was taking attendance, but even that she did half scared. By line up, you mean on your own?
いつも並ばせてばっかりだから。今日からは私も並ぶわ。
She headed to the counter, meal ticket in hand. My.
パサパサしてる。
They were made this
大
morning.
きくて食べにくい。
They were made for me.
マスタード入れすぎ。
I like them better. So, is it bad?
美味しい
I feel that frustration in her saying it's oishi. You could tell she was frustrated saying that. Then take your time eating it. She was sniffling. Take your time so your stomach won't reject it. I have another piece of bread. Do you need it?
いる
The servants in your house prepared all your meals, right?
ええ
What happens when they're
ど
gone?
うにもならないわよ何も出ないだけ
Since Touko can't cook, I guess that would equal that.
どうして料理できないって
Don't worry about
気
that.
になる
Yeah. No, I think this is not like a slip up, because he obviously read this in the diary because he literally didn't know. But I think this is a calculated decision, and let's see. I feel that it is that. So let's see why he did that. How do you feel?
マシになった少しは
Okay, I guess he didn't. The conversation didn't go further than that, but the way I think about it is just like he literally did that so as to like be showing that he's observant of her. But it's like a small line. Anyway, if you get hungry, come to my place. I don't have any caviar, but there are plenty of potatoes. Yeah, he's obviously he's saying things in a manner. He's saying things based on how he read his diary, and now he's saying, he crafted the way he said these things right now, because they had the conversation about caviar, and then he made baked potatoes during her route, and based on the previous route, even after the scene, it didn't automatically manifest to her trying to go to his house to try to get some food. I think it still involved Taichi having to make baked potatoes, because there's a possibility that Touko did show up around his area, but probably because he wasn't cooking anything, or he was busy with something else, she decided to go back to her own mansion. I don't know. Because I'm trying to figure out how things went in the previous route, where this scene still played out, but for some reason, on the Wednesday of that night, nothing happened between them. So I don't know. But of course, it can be like some RNG shit. The way they describe how some events still happen will always happen if you act in a certain way, and some events are like, even if you do this, there's a chance it doesn't happen, or it does happen. Anyway, man, it's as if I was playing Uma Musume right now. Holy shit, that's the experience. Anyway,
でも
I know what she wants to say. She feels betrayal. More importantly, how do you think humanity was destroyed? She looked out the window. I didn't expect to get anything out of asking her.
滅んだんじゃないわ最初から誰もいなかったのよ
Oh, different line this time around.
そう思えば腹も立たない落胆もない
For the same reason you ignored me? I turned to face her. Interesting. Different line this time around. Instead of them slowly disappearing, she just straight up said they weren't there to start with. Touko averted her line of sight.
そうよなのに話しかけてきてどうかしてる分かってたくせに
Sorry.
どうして謝るのよ太一のこと全然理解できないよ
Silent weeping. Time passed. I brought potatoes to the garden. With survival manga as my guide, I prepared the rice cooker. Okay, so this is the same as what he did during her route. So far. Finish. Steaming them is a pain, so I just cooked them. A double serving potatoes. I waited. A person collapsed at my front door. It was Kirihara Touko. I carried Touko on my shoulders.
太 Taichi.
I brought her with me. I sat her down. I put a potato in her mouth.
自分で食べられるわよ。
She screamed while spitting out potato scraps. Why are there's still they ate outside on the grass and expected to at least eat inside the house, right? Whatever. They're obviously just recycling the whole damn the layer. Was Photoshop a thing during that time? I don't know, man. That was like 2003. Well, okay, development was like 2002 maybe. I don't know. Here's the song.
かけて。
Very well. Touko ate with all her strength. Her limbs tightened, just as planned. Not that I planned it. Here, Mizu. I passed her a pep bottle. She gulped it down. She devoured again. After flattening 7 or 8 of them, Touko finally took a breath.
落ち着いた。
That's good to hear. Touko corrected her sitting posture.
ごちそうさま。
Oh, that's certainly. Okay.
それと、ありがとう。
It was awkward. That aside, please look at
これ
this.
は？
It's called canned food.
ふーん。
You open it, and there's food inside. Moist preservatives to be precise.
あ、なるほど。どこに売っているの？
Convenience stores and the like.
コンビニ？
You don't even know about konbini.
知ってるわよ。ただ見たことがないだけ。
I climaxed and fell over.
何事？
Your richness is over 98%.
そうなのかしら。わからないわ。それに今さらお金とか言われても。
Well, that's true. I should have become a son-in-law in that household when I had the chance. I was angry.
そういう不純な動機で。
Not just me. You were trying to stealthily introduce me to your parents.
したけど、太一逃げた。
You know, Touko, I'm Gunjo Institute's most wanted. If you introduce such a person to them, there's no way your godfather would accept that, right?
太一はおかしくないもの。
If you can say that, there's still a long way to go before you lose your Mongolian spot.
前もそんなこと言ってたわね。でもわからないものはわからない。私バカだから優しくしてくれればそれだけでいい。面倒になってくる。ただ生きるために努力しないといけないなんて。
Okay, I can see why her parents are totally cool with her going to Gunja now. Kirihara can't live on her own.
さい。
You automatic girl.
ね
Hmm?
えここに住んだらダメ？
Sure.
そう。いいの？
Sure.
すぐ着替えとか持ってくるから。
I've got fabric scissors, so you don't have to bring those. She came right back. Her bag was bulging with belongings. Her knees were bent as she was sweating. I remembered at a time when I mocked her by saying she'd never carried anything heavier than chopsticks. Then, with a serious face, she retorted as she used a knife and fork. Totally missing the point. He overdid it.
いっぱいありすぎて一人じゃ。
She opened her eyes wide and made vigorous gestures as she explained. This side of her was really cute. Let's use a kuruma tomorrow.
免許は？
Do I need one?
そうか。とりあえず最低限の着替えだけ持ってきたから。今夜から止めて。
Minimal change of clothes. Oh wait, okay, that's right. Oh, sorry, I'm still. I really need to wake up a little. Would you mind sharing my
同
room?
じ部屋の方がいい。
It's small, so don't complain.
狭い方がいい。しつけるから。
Huh?
なんでもない。
Touko looked the other way as her nose turned red. I can't tell in this darkness, but it probably did. Damn, coquetting. I'll deal with this calmly using adult charms. Now, since we had nothing to do, let's sleep. Wow. No good. Calm down, me.
あの
Yes? What?
お風呂使いたい。
There is overnight water left in there. If you don't mind pouring it over yourself. Oh yeah, I had to remember the conversation in Toko's route. She never took a bath for a couple of days, and and when he started to get a little intimate to her, she started being so embarrassed. And he was like, "What? You never took a bath?" It's some shit every day. There wasn't much of it, but with only 1 week, it's just fine for the pace we will be living
それ
at.
でいい。借りるわね。
Okay. I sat in a seiza position on top of my bed and thought, not good. She's really into it. Easy to understand. So simple as just too cute. A flat and ungarnished heart. She can do such things because she's so pure. This is hard. What the hell was that little flash? Oh, what is? You know what? I never really stopped to check that in the VODs. So right now I'm actually like, what are they showing? What's up with Touko in there? Anyway, this is hard. What should I do? That's the only answer, isn't it? Yes, for Touko to remain Touko. Shouldn't I live with her for that reason? But I do want at least a little. Could I attain something healthy? That's what these days are. A holy battle.
太一。
That was fast. She returned. Touko.
綺麗になったよ。
No, that was really fast. Did she actually take a bath? What did she do? Did she just wash her face and that's it? I feel like I embraced her the moment I stood up. Fast and fragile. A long time ago, there was a famously stupid couple living near us that broke up and clung to each other all the time. Even though they argued enough for their angry voices to reach the neighbors, they'd untangle everything in no time. I never imagined I might become like that. And now Touko is saying something as embarrassing as I'm all clean now right in front of me. Yeah, that's right. I showed her the best smile. Then there, then here. And handed her a sleeping bag.
この筒は何？
A bag for sleeping purposes that had been rolled up. It was indeed cylindrical. You probably don't know, but this is called a sleeping bag. It's a bag for sleeping in. Question marks danced above Togo's head.
どうして袋に入って寝るの？
Because women aren't just bags for men. Okay.
難しいわね。ちょっとわからない。
How could you? If you use this, then the floor won't hurt as much. There you go, Touko.
そこに信頼があるじゃない。
This is mine. We cut into each other's faces with our glares.
意味不明度が高くなってきたわ。
I said, I'll let you stay over, but I didn't promise anything else. So good night. I sunk my body into the soft bed. It's dark, and there's nothing to do besides sleep.
ちょっとまだ何もしてな。
Yeah, she wasn't really expecting to try to do something intimate there.
そんな。バカバカバカ。大地のバカ。
The sound of a sleeping bag being rolled out. The sound of a body sliding in.
床痛い。
This satisfied malcontent.
暑い。夏場でこんなのに入ってられない。もういい。直接寝るから。硬いよ。痛いよ。
You gotta live the normal person's life. She continued weeping quietly until she fell asleep. You are noisy. Until Touko fell asleep, I couldn't sleep. Even so, I stretched out my hand and softly wiped the corners of her eyes. When I woke up, Touko was sleeping on the floor, an expression of agony. I felt sorry for her. Maybe she had a bad dream or something. Anyway, I got changed and headed for school. I gave her to prevent running away. Just like that, he left her like that. Not even like them together just go to school, but maybe he was trying to avoid that. It didn't seem like they'd be protecting the students so much as protecting the outside world from us. That's the impression it held. Like a gangster from a previous era, I sat down in my chair and crossed my legs on top of my desk. The chair leaned back and forth. There's nothing to do. Absolutely nothing.
Taichi.
Touko came rather late. Yeah, he left her, so I can imagine Toko's like, why did you wait for me or some shit? She was out of breath. Oh, you're late.
探したあちこち
I see. So that's why you're late. Late. I mocked her, and her expression turned to anger. No, it probably had done that even if I hadn't.
どうして一人で行くのよどうして起こさないの
Because you were sleeping.
起こしてよ
Sorry, I wasn't being considerate enough. Touko fell to her knees.
もう泣きそう
You're such a crybaby. More importantly, let's go collect some food and eat it. I'm hungry. We searched for various types of food after that, in nearby residences and stores, seeking provisions. Touko looked sad the whole time. Since we avoided living things, all we had were packaged and dried foods. I also spent a lot of time explaining every last detail of instant food to Touko. Even so, by the time we were eating our cheap meal, we felt better.
クロスって女友達多いんだ
And it makes you think. Huh? What's your point?
今日部室の前通ったらなんかみんなで騒いでたから
Yeah, that happens.
人気者なんだ
We were just making noise as usual. Why are you getting bent out of shape?
負けてないわよ
She got mad. They're a club member, so calling them my friends is a bit... Weren't the guys there too?
見えなかった
There should have been a few, still. If I really was popular with the ladies, don't you think I'd have at least one girlfriend?
いないんだ
If I did, I wouldn't talk to Kirihara like this. Oh, magic words! Okay, let's go. My invasion was steadily progressing. Yeah, this guy obviously has like a... has a motive. I spent the afternoon in the club room. The breeze was nice, so it was more refreshing than the classroom. This brings back memories. That's Kashi. Of how hard it was to get you to come and visit the club room. We started coming to club activities once in a while. Yo, there you are.
退屈だったから顔出しただけ
So, Kirihara comes when no one else is here.
偶然よ
Well, sit. I'll bring out the cheap coffee.
うん
It was an experiment. How far a human like me go in a normal world by acting sociable? How much could I deceive them? Considering how different he acted during like the first year and like here right now when he's with Touko. Because I remember like during the first, I don't know, because there was that flashback when Sakuraba, when he re-met Sakuraba, and I was given the impression that Kurosu Taichi was like acting very differently as a person versus like how he's acting once after he started becoming friends with him, with Sakuraba. Anyway, it's like a totally different person, man. So I wonder if Sakuraba's influence is what was like the pattern that Taichi decided to mimic, to be like a sociable person or something like that. Anyway, based on the results, I might decide how I'll live. Could I blend in by imitating the pity form called a bond? Is life possible? To do that, one needs a certain degree of power to control people's wills, because I'm an oddity. It cannot be feared. My foulness cannot be of concern. The ugliness at my foundation directly connected to the image of a witch. We're so back to Umineko, holy shit. The cause, probably some story I heard when I was a kid. From what I read in books, witch hunting has historically been quite severe. And that might be due to the idea that witches really are evil people. I can imagine white hair holding magical properties. Same goes for the sparkle in these eyes. There's no limit of things to worry about. Here's yours, Touko. I handed her a cup of coffee. It might be cheap, but there's still a certain trick to getting blue mountain tea to come out right.
ねえ
Hmm?
太一って呼ぶから
I was a little surprised. That was the first time I felt Touko deviate from my understanding of her. Sure, but that's a bit sudden.
だって私だけトーコトーコって呼ばれて不公平だわだから仕返し
He smiled brightly. Feel free to. I tried forcing a smile. What's this?
お弁当を作ったの私がね
Quote unquote, she made it. She did reveal in the earlier route that she had her servants make it. Whoa, you were able to make something this plebeian.
もちろんよこれでも料理は得意なんだから
Isn't there a bit too much in here?
そうね作りすぎてだから太一特別に商売に預かってもいいわよ
I like how you could tell her from her voice she was a little bit nervous and like, you know, you could tell that like yeah, she was nervous about the whole deal for multiple reasons. Oh, I see. I had enough of that.
美味しい
Yes, it's truly delicious.
その卵焼きとかどう
Somehow, this one seems strangely off, even though everything else is fine. I'm guessing this is the thing that she actually tried to cook. I see. I sense the truth from her reaction and chose an appropriate action. Yeah, so the tamagoyaki is the actual thing she tried to cook. Nice. But this one's the best of all. Yeah, it really is delicious. Somehow it feels like it has feelings put into it. Yes, tasty, tasty. Oishi. Actually, it was the worst. Just as it looked. I politely repeated those days. No wonder she fell in love with him. But for Taichi during that time, he was just like... He was just trying to learn how to be sociable. But considering Touko was so not used to human contact, you know, to the kind of degree of like unequal, you know. Okay, I get it. Half a day passed by. Casual time. Unaltruistic time. Is that what priceless means? No. Someday I'll think back on the time I spent fooling around with Touko in the school.
ねえ帰り付き合ってよ約束したでしょ
She said that when I started walking down the stairs to go home. Ah, it's fine, it's fine. The car had a spot on it. Cool. Today I shall take the principal's Ferrari. I swiped the key from the principal's office. It's true that I had no driving skill, but in place of that, I can make an overabundance of effort. Through the days of this ever-repeating week, I've touched cars countless times and mastered them. Actually, now he knows how to drive. Those skills were now formulated. Question mark. Okay, I get what he's trying to say there. Formulated for a Ferrari. Indeed. Now let's go.
ドライブみたい
He got in the passenger seat. Please fasten your seatbelt.
ええそうね
Then we're off.
もう太一とドライブはしない
Agreed. It didn't really go that well. Once again, I badly damaged the Ferrari. For someone who quote-unquote mastered driving, well, to be fair, a Ferrari is very sensitive. That thing is hard to drive. It shakes right away when I turn the wheel, and the clutch is so heavy, I can't change gears. On top of that, when I decelerate, it lurches down. And shifts down, it lurches. Is it a defective vehicle? Do I have no skill whatsoever? For now, we had no choice but to throw it away after use. We headed to Touko's mansion.
荷物何持っていこうかなって思っていろいろ探したのそしたら古い写真が出てきたのよ
He said happily.
捨てなくてよかった。壁に貼ろうと思うの。壁が埋まっちゃうくらいあったわよ。
Oh! She folded her arms around mine. I took an item out of my tool bag and equipped it. Look at this, Kirihara.
場所
A noble woman strained her eyes.
バカップル反対。バカップル反対。
Touko deciphered the words. That's right. From my position, I see the grave influence that stupid couples exert on their surroundings. They make every effort to control their firmly unregulated attitude. Unfold your arms. I shook her off.
いつものことながら何言ってるのかわからないんだけど。
Refrain from public displays of senseless affection.
人ってもういない。
There are a few.
もう
She was unsatisfied. Kirihara, you're good as a reverse competitive girl.
は
But you're going way too far with the sweetness. You have too much juice. Go on with a more thoroughly competitive spirit. Carefully select times to be embarrassed. That's far more moe. And it's for your sake as well, Kirihara. Did he just say, you're too dare right now. You have to be soon and you have to be dare sometimes. You gotta be careful. You gotta time things out.
うん
You're the sort of girl who likes a precious jewel. It's like a precious jewel. Okay. That sparkles surpasses the diamond, yet it is sad. For diamonds are carbon to be burned up in flames. God damn! I fully understand how foolish it is to hold one's hard-earned wealth in diamonds. You have good and bad points. Please understand that, my wonderful maiden.
よくわからないけどわかったわ。
So now you know?
タイチ恥ずかしいんだ。人前でベタベタするの。
Eh? I lowered her band. Okay. On the way home, we used the Kirihara's RV. And it got an accident on the way. You still can't drive even after all that. Only a few hundred meters away from my house. Fortunately, I already had a key to one of the cars parked nearby. So that's his tactic. He tries to drive as much as he can. But, you know. Okay.
なんか準備いい。
He's so that's how he deals with his bad driving. He just gets ready to drive with the next car nearby. This isn't what I planned. I'm exhausted.
ありがとね。全部やってもらって。
No problem.
水風呂一緒に入ろうか。
And there's no sex. She was expressionless. But what sort of emotions were swirling underneath?
先に入ってくる。
She really wanted to do it. Jesus. See you later. Now then, I searched her belongings. Harakiri blade discovered. I went out of the garden. I broke it. In this place, I put the incarnation. Flowers are a symbol of peace after all.
さっぱり。
Yep, you're refreshed.
今すごく綺麗になってるんだけど。ねえ。
And she's so thirsty. Holy shit. We're... And... Here it comes. A straighter approach than yesterday. That's why people with stupid couple skills.
ねえ、本当はもう我慢できなくなってるんでしょ。タイチ、エッチだもんね。
I just happen to become impotent. Impotence is the German word. Weren't we taught that impo is too direct? So why not shorten it to potent? Wait, impo is... Maybe impo is... What the hell? Whatever, I'm not gonna think about this right now.
嫌われてる？
I love you to pieces.
じゃあどうして？
Because I love you. By which I mean putting my hands on you won't accomplish anything anyway. There's a need to continue holding myself back.
いいわ。お手入れしてから寝よう。
Wash? Does that involve her skin? What did she do with the bat in the bat? What the hell did she do? I thought she washed herself. She washed herself. She only washed one part of herself. What? She wasn't really Man, she really is thirsty. How about take a proper bath? Anyway, my interest was pulled. That side of you truly is a girl. Take care of your girlishness. She was washing her sword. Or not. A deep and silent announcement hadn't reached her. Her favorite blade peeked out from the scabbard. A carnation. She convulsed. Something came out of her mouth. Something ectoplasm. Is she a ghost? Not good. They pushed it back in. Oh no, okay. She literally did say my tamashi, so my soul. Okay, that's why it's ectoplasm. She came back to her senses. Possession of bladed weapons is prohibited. You idiot. Yes, I did it knowingly. I spat out. You need no weapon. Make sure you don't get a new one. Touko slapped timidly. But.
ねえ、太一の家遊びに行きたい。
Fine by me.
お家の方とかは?
My mother lives in an apartment near her job and only comes home once in a while. Oh man, he had to make that bullshit. I'm pretty much alone.
そうなんだ。じゃあ今度行こうかな。
Okay, sorry. No, sorry. I misunderstood. He really does view Mitsubi Obasan as like his mother. Okay, I get it. Sorry. Okay. Oh, I see. Then maybe I'll come over. The time had come for evidence.
太一、私初めてだからその優しくして。
Yeah, I know.
好きなの。
Yeah, I know. Because I induce you to, with the conviction that I can do well in the world. Yeah, this is like, what's that fucking IP? The classroom of the elite. Like, this is some Aya the Koji level shit. You know, I was like, no, not really. For Kurosa Taichi, this is like, you know, I can be a well-adjusted guy. I'm gonna act like a well-adjusted guy, and being able to make this girl fall in love with me and having sex with her means I could be a well-adjusted guy. But it's like it's not like he's actually that interested in her. He's just using her as like a test subject, you know. Anyway, I embraced Touko along with relief. The experiment was a success. That's what I thought. I've forgotten that both Touko and I held uncontrollable selves, guiding us to break down in the epitome of decadence. How do you usually do it with yourself?
してない。
You do. Touko does do it, I know.
してないよ。
Show me, using my fingers.
何を?
Masturbation. Show me what you look like when you come.
こうやって。 太一の指長い。今日はどうするの?
Good question. First, squeeze it with your hand. Okay, so Taichi taught her how to masturbate. Okay, how is it?
熱い。
Because the blood's gathering there. You can do it rougher. Hold it like this, and your grip strength. I taught her every little thing. I wanted to defile her, because a girl's shame stimulates my instincts. I wanted to see it directly. That's why I carve it into her. I'm going to come. Pull out your palm.
こう?
Yeah.
やだ、出る。すごい出てる。
Try licking it.
これは
Yes. Okay, that's why he keeps making those jokes about his semen. He literally also taught her how to drink his gum.
やだ人が来ちゃう
Damn, does it in school? Holy shit. I don't care. The change came suddenly.
宮澄先輩と話すのやめて
Oh, now she suddenly became very possessive and clingy and jealous. And okay. Why? And I read my eyes and conjectured. We're not doing anything we shouldn't be.
嫌なのやめてそれで私のそばにいて
Aren't I near you right now?
もっと
Alright. I have an idea. How this could go messed up, man. This is a staple in fucking Dampavians. No, not Dampavians. Something else. You know what? Let's continue for now. More? In the first place, I'm the club, so conversations with Senpai are.
部活やめて
Oh, it's one of those. This kind of person being part of Gunjo. Maybe Gunjo isn't so bad at the coefficient, the adaptation coefficient isn't so bad. Very toxic. Anyway, you're being unreasonable.
宮澄先輩邪魔
Touko. Abunai.
いなくなればいいのかな
That's dangerous. Hey, keep it together. She came back to her senses. Maintain yourself properly. It felt weird just now. Oh man, she's a menhara. She's a menhara, isn't she? From tsundere to menhara, I just cannot.
ごめんなさいねえ他にはしたいことないの
You know what? I should have detected this during their route. Because it was okay. It was there. Actually, it was there in her route. But you know what? It was played for jokes. But I guess it's a framing thing. I should have detected that right then and there when she was very possessive about like trying to burn like fucking this pornographic material. I mean, I don't know. Oh man, I always think about my random ass conversation with coworkers about like when they're in a relationship with their boyfriend, and the question is asked, "What do you do when you find your boyfriend's porn? Some are chill about it, like I guess he has his needs, you know. He just does it to get off. Others are like, I don't like that. I want it deleted. Anyway, okay, I'm rambling right now. That was the beginning of an inclination. A fun walk to school, and yet Touko was sullen the whole way there. Hey. She put up a barrier. She's been this way all morning. Nah. It's hopeless. Touko rushed ahead of me. I closed in on her, lined up next to her. The proud and haughty Touko didn't look at me at all. I extended one hand and tried gripping her breast. You don't have any boobs at all. Ojo-sama! The gate had been left open, as if waiting to let me inside. I used to think that this place was a prison. We're so back, Kino prison. But right now, it was a reassuring place, like a womb. There aren't any people. None, nowhere. Only a school, only a Gunjo Institute, who we naturally gathered together and see one another. We were pulled in and made to carry on the past. Actually, this annihilation of humanity is quite harsh. Wait a second. You know what? I had this split second thought about regarding the whole coefficient adaptation thing and Gunjo Institute. Like, if you go through, like, if you're going through each route, you can tell why a person is in there, because they have certain things that make them, unable to function in the society, or a literal danger to society and all that. But I want to think about the much more meta question. Going up a little level. Not a meta question, more of going up on a higher level. Instead of thinking about those problems at the individual level, how the hell did they able to create like a exam that could tell that this person is straight up messed up, and then say that they should be contained in this kind of institute? I mean, sure, there in real life there are mental facilities and that test your mental health and all that sort of thing, but like, I don't know, man. Like a society who's able to create an exam and say you're fit for society, you're a danger to a society. And if you're a danger, they just throw you inside a school. Heck, in fact, the thing, they do straight up mention that that they expect some people to be there's like a average level of the coefficient adaptation level. There's a level of the adaptation coefficient that they consider that a person is normal. Having at least 30 means that if you're 30 and below, that means you're a normal person. So they do recognize that to some extent people can be, can be something. Not necessarily a danger to society, because they always frame it as a danger to society, but people can have certain issues to up to 30% of whatever benchmark they made. But having a way to measure it, it's kind of messed up. And the reason why I randomly bring this up, because I was thinking about the coefficient adaptation, because the word prison showed up, and I suddenly remembered Kino prison, and then I remember like the plot of the warden Mizushiro, about like using metrics to say that someone, if someone's going to be gonna work, is worth being, if they're redeemable or not, or something like that. Yeah. Anyway, let's go back to this visual novel. I'm so rambly this morning. Actually, this annihilation of humanity is quite harsh. I think it was the final straw for most humans. It was good news for me, but for them, it was a disheartening and lax death. And Touko had no choice but to come to my house. It's ironic. Sure enough, Touko was right there. You got here fast. And yet, you're in casual wear again. I'm impressed you can wear something so warm. Ignore. Hey! I shrugged my shoulders, sat down in my seat right next to Touko's. I stared at her profile. She appeared to take no notice of me, but I knew she was paying attention to me. Sorry about last night.
全然反省してない。
Well...
太一はいつもそう。私のことなんて目に入ってないみたいで、すぐ一人で勝手に行動して。
You're right. I'm reflecting on
ちょ
that.
っとくらい構ってほしいのに。
I thought you'd say that, so I came prepared.
用意
Croquet pan landed on top of Touko's desk. Now satisfy your hunger.
違う
However, Touko's stomach growled. Your stomach bug.
これは違うの。
Her stomach bug. Your stomach bug again.
だからこれは別件。
There's no point in hiding it. I can talk to stomach bugs,
はい。
Anyway, you're hungry. And so am I, by the way. So our first period class will be croquet pan. I tore open a package and dug into the first one. Thankfully, they hadn't spoiled. And this will also be our time to make up. I guess that'll be ethics. Touko was amazed.
ねえ、太一。
Mm-mm-mm?
太一にとって 私っていらない子なの？
Of course I do.
じゃあどうして触れようとしないの？
Sorry, I had this pause because I just had a flashback in my own life. Don't think about it. Don't think about it.
別にしたくないなんて言ってないじゃない。一緒に暮らすってそういうことじゃないの？
I don't want to degenerate a bit in the bread. I don't want to let go of my tense rationality.
理性って？
At least he's being honest about here. Like he straight up doesn't want to succumb to his animalistic instincts. If you know what I mean. Do you have the confidence to maintain yourself within this situation?
保たなくてもいい。
You haven't forgotten what you did back then, right?
あれは大地が。
Regardless of whatever I did, that wasn't something you normally do. I do love you, Touko.
だったら
But I love the normal Touko. The Touko that fights the world with her cold shoulder. And I'm not an escape route for Touko. Which is why that can't be love. Even if I don't really mind, Touko will eventually have to live on her own. That's why she needs the strength to fight.
だから振ったんだ。
Well, I'm not good at depending on people or being depended on by people. That's why I don't want Touko to drown. But because I love you, I'll help make sure you can't break. That's how simple that really is. She silently chewed her bread. She was moved to tears. In order to grow her wings, I went to the bathroom.
大地
There she is.
バカップル反対。
Huh?
私もバカップル反対。大地と一緒。
She was watching this whole time. I mean, she always watches. Ah, I see. She looked expressionless, but there was a resolve in her eyes. I understand what you're trying to say. So, was that all you came here for? I mean, if you think about the previous route, she watched him have sex. That's why in the start of the Kiri route, she had him wear I forgot what you call that thing. Chastity belt. Okay. So that's why she had him wear a chastity belt. He was watching them do it. But this time around, you know, them just being stupid ass couple. Still, what about you, Yoko-chan?
何？
I love you. Can I have a kiss?
大地
She came and embraced me like a sticky snake. Iron claw. Have a taste of your own medicine.
あ、痛いよ。これごめんなさい。ごめん。
How many times has she done that? I sighed heavily. My stomach was getting heavy just by sitting next to her. Hey, let's go to the beach.
え？
Just the two of us tomorrow. Oh, that explains why there's a CG background in the beach. Because at some point they all go to the beach. But if you think about it, in her own route, they really sped through the beach sequence. Like, they had this conversation about wanting to go to the beach, and instead of showing what they did there during the beach, they had a flashback of what happened the year before, and then you skip to Saturday, and there was only a mention that they went to the beach, but they never showed what happened there. So I guess this time around they'll show scenes there.
でも大地、私とじゃ嫌なんでしょ？
It was a mystery how her aura of ignorance could turn into this within a single bound. I do want to. I showed her a smile. As long as a perky Touko will come with me.
ちゃんと大地の言うことって。
Love is a complex thing. I said something apt with the Oscar class.
じゃあ一つ聞くけど、私のことは好きなんだ。
I do indeed. I radiated $1 million smile with blinking white teeth. a charming noble woman.
よくわかんないけど、いいわ、好きって言ってくれたし。
She said vacantly. You're too simple. The whisperer threw in the opposite direction at Touko, but disappeared behind the trees.
変な男のこと。
Touko stretched and seemed to be having a bit of fun. She really is whimsical. Friday, huh? 3 days left until the world swings back. Today as well, I'll do what I should do. Even so... Wait, I'll be right back. I want to grab some water. Okay, I'm back. Can't remember who read this. A look at the floor. Touko was asleep. At night, she's been moaning, it hurts, but it looks like she finally gotten used to it. She was sleeping soundly. Today, I'll be going to the beach with this girl. Since the beach gives a great mood. There are a lot of things that I have to be careful of. I don't have the confidence to control myself if I end up doing something erotic. I'll do my best. When I persistently evaded touching her bare skin, we get into an argument. Touko shrank back and went somewhere on her own. How about letting that happen again? Following that inclination. Alright, here we go. Menhera memories. What's this about, Touko? I closed in on Touko. In front of everyone, I never thought you'd do such a thing.
だって関係ないじゃない。
It doesn't matter?
私たちだけでいいでしょ。
Alright, man. Damn it. I'm not gonna lie, I like this shit. This sort of thing. No, I don't like this in real life, but like as a story. As a thing. But not in real life, okay? Okay, not in real life. Don't stab me in my sleep, okay? Don't stab me in my sleep because I just looked at someone else just for 5 seconds because they were passing by. Not because I was interested. You know how you automatically just move your head because someone glanced you while they were passing by, and you automatically return a look when you kind of sense someone is looking at you, and then then your partner will misinterpret it as like you're taking interest in them, and then you get stabbed in your sleep because you did that. Don't do that in real life. Anyway, come on, I was pierced in front of the public. This is far worse than kissing me on the train. Oh, she doesn't straight up care anymore. She just For Romeo Tanaka, a girl who is too showy, who's into public displays of affection, is someone meant to go to the Gunjo Institute. No. Okay, I understand the actual underlying reason, but not because of the fact that she does that shit in public, but she's very clingy, very, to the unhealthy degree. She's codependent.
今ここでしてもいいのよ。
Come on,
恥ずかしいけど。
listen to me.
そしたら理解してくれると思うから。
Touko, you've been strange lately.
大地がおかしくしたんじゃない。
Noisy laughter. I realized that Touko also has something that brought her to Gunjo. It was so obvious. I can't determine whether it's jealousy or madness. But bit by bit, Touko was getting out of my hands. I was the first to come to my senses. I easily understood that it would become more horrible as this went on. It was best to move before it was too late. Wait, I need to screenshot that. I really like this BGM. Literally reminds me of Fallout 1 or 2. It was best to move before it was too late. Everyone understood that and couldn't take action. They decided to restore their defaults. What the fuck is that answer? Restore their defaults. In the evening, I touched the shrunken and timid Touko, just a little. Really, just a little. We touched shoulders and looked at the sea. Her style of anger couldn't break. I felt like our hearts were contradicting. I couldn't understand a girl's heart that well. Now then, why don't we go to bed? Ah, man, I thought something was going to happen during the beach. You know, I'm not saying something erotic. I'm saying something like character development and explain that split-second thing that we saw Touko did. I think we're slowly getting there because we're so close to Saturday, and Saturday is the day of like reveals. For an Ojo-sama, Touko, you're weak at chess. A stretch. 10 wins, 0 losses. When we came back from the beach, Touko had withered for some reason, so I challenged her to a game in order to take her mind off of whatever it was. Do you need a snack? She shook her head. Then let's sleep. I gave my body to the fluffy bed. Touko lay down on the rough floor. Stillness snuck in and filled the room. I wonder if Touko fell asleep. Woman, no answer. But at long last,
Taichi.
he spoke behind me.
ずっと一緒にいられるのかな
You know what? With the additional context, I realized this is. She said, you know how she said it in like it kind of reminded me of some men naraha yandere shit. Is there no playback function in this? Is this VN so old? I want to play back that. I want to play back that voice line, man. Oh shit. Oh, maybe there is. No, this is like previous choice, next choice, right? Previous choice. Wait, what's this? No, what's this? Okay, so I'm using Magpie to enlarge my window screen, and the problem is the toolbar is blocking some of the menu options right now. I was trying to play back. Anyway, let's continue. I miss the features of much more modern VNs because I wanted to play back that voice line because I the way she said that it really hit. I'm always inside Touko's heart.
だったら平気かな
Why are you asking
だ
that?
って人が消えたのよ私たちだっていつか
We.
消えるならせめて一緒がいい
You know, with the additional context, this is messed up. Her words silently narrowed. Touko fell asleep. For a while, I couldn't sleep. I could not think about it. Well, when Touko is alone again, how long will it take for her to stand up once more? Is it even possible for her to stand up on her own? But even if it isn't, my decision won't change. Come in. My repeated apology was sucked into the darkness. Saturday. All right, today's the day. Something. We're gonna get exposition today, huh? One day left. There's one day left. Waking up. Touko was sleeping next to me, lightly breathing. She seemed to be sleeping soundly. She crawled in here in the middle of the night. She was sleeping easy. Her sleeping face was like a child's. Well, that aside, I went outside alone. The atmosphere was clear. It wasn't refreshing, but it wasn't hot either. Maybe the heat had been stolen. There's no way to confirm it. About Touko and I, it's not like we made any particularly huge memories without attaching or separating. A week passed only with an idealistic sense of distance. Touko neither broke nor became dependent. Because she's not dependent, there's no need to restore her to her default. Restore. Yes, that was my miscalculation. I misread the human called Touko. Even now I felt a shudder. I decide to restore her.
え
Restoration in progress.
今なんて言った
Restoration in progress.
嘘でしょいつもの冗談なんでしょ
Restoration in progress.
何言ってるのよもうバカ騙されないんだから本気なの
Restoration in progress.
だって好きなんでしょ私のこと
Restoration in progress.
あんた自分の言ってること分かってるの
Restoration in progress.
絶対そんなの認めないバラしてやる部のみんなにあんたの家族にも学院のみんなにも全部何されたかバラしてやる
Why did she decide to lash out in that kind of manner, man? I mean, breaking up, I know it's shit, but like, why did she decide that's the way she will lash out, man? Restoration in progress.
タイチやめようよそういうの好きじゃない
She's obviously in denial.
ね買い物行こう服買ってあげる
Now she's trying to bribe him.
タイチちょっと
My restoration failed, and then
タイチほら
what the fuck? What happened to her? Did she do something to herself to be like, now you'll care for me, right? If I hurt myself, that will show your true feelings or some shit. Is that what she did? Because she the way she's showing herself like this is like, Taichi, look.
怪我しちゃったタイチ痛いすごく痛いよ死にそう血がいっぱい出てるだから優しくしてよタイチもっと優しくしてそばにいてよ痛いタイチ出てきてよ
Damn. It's so messed up, man.
私の血見たってばそうしたらまたすぐ優しくしたくなるんだからパンチ出てきて
If Yoko-chan hadn't been there, Touko probably wouldn't have lived, and the situation would have been even more serious. Touko left the hospital and returned to school, as thorough as before. No, more thorough than before. She'd become beautiful. I thought of Touko's lonely behavior as beautiful. I covered my face. Vivid, raw red blood. It seemed as if it would ooze into my retinas. I am in love with her. It's just that my ethics aren't so great when it won't work. If it was Senpai or Miki or Kitty, I show the same tender eyes to all humans around me. Even for Touko, there's an equal portion of love. That's not the form of love she wishes for. It would be nice if it descended quickly. It was like my heart had swollen up from the impatience of being unable to come to a conclusion. And tomorrow is Sunday. When I woke up, Touko was crying in her sleep. She must be lonely. I softly brushed aside the hair stuck to her forehead. I can't fulfill everything by myself. The time was before noon. I overslept. Touko. Touko! I woke her up. Wake up. We're heading out.
どこにちょっとどこに連れて行くの
To a nice place.
ここって
Wait, is it already Sunday? Wait, it's already Sunday? What the fuck? Anyway. Don't know. I stood a confused Touko in the prescribed location. I stared at her.
ねえ、何が始まるのよ。
I have a question. Please answer honestly.
はい。
Man, Touko really is pretty. No, I'm just biased. Anyway, are you lonely?
さあ、どうかしら。
Were you lonely when all the people went away?
寂しいというか、不安だけど。
Do you want to return to your home?
そりゃ、あの頃に戻れるものなら、誰だってそうじゃないの？
Roche literally said return to that time. But Taichi asked a different question.
ねえ、どういうこと？
Next question. Touko has always been alone. Why is that?
なぜって言われても、ただ悔しくて異常者ってことにされて、それだけでもう弾かれて、誰も声をかけてこなくって。
Ah, that's understandable. That's very understandable. You know, you were living a good life. And then, because of the exam, she probably felt betrayed because anyone who would have, people she thought that cared for her just didn't, show concern or whatever. Or they just totally forgot about her. Or decided to forget about her.
一人でいるしかないじゃない。でも、太一は声をかけてきてくれたから。
Roman, I just couldn't do anything but apologize. Then my last question. Do you love me?
うん、好き。
Because those were going to be her last words? They may be ordinary, but they reach my heart. Yes, this is about right. Then Touko, don't misunderstand me. I'm not abandoning you this time. I mean that. I give you my word.
太一、さっきからどうもよく理解できないんだけど。
I close my eyes. I'm the only one who can see through the distortion. I'm the one who decides whether that place is on this side or the other side. Just like how I guided everyone here at first. I was able to send them back again. I opened my eyes and took another look. Touko had disappeared.
一体全体で、太一、ラジオいつの間にポケットに。
Throwback summer pockets. Anyway, yeah. It felt like it was shoehorned that she has a radio on her.
どうして聞こえてるの？太一、大変、ラジオが。もう、どこ行ったのよ、バカ。太一ってば。
Farewell, Touko. With this, many more possibilities disappeared. Touko will no longer be in the classroom. I won't be cut with a blade for all perpetuity. That's the only thing he's thinking about. Nor will I be clinging to her or clung to by her, nor punched by her. All the routes Touko gave me, they've all been exhausted. From now on, I can only hold my memories dear. I can only ruminate and live on. Don't pity me, or yourself. I held back tears by pushing against the corners of my eyes. I used all my strength not to worry. It goes on, because there are still things I have to do. Next week. What do I think about the whatever Touko route thing, that mini Touko route? Compared to Kiri's route, I felt like Kiri's route was better written than how they dealt with Touko, because I felt like with Kiri's route, you had the full arc from her hating him, and you saw the change from her hating him to loving him. and it felt like it gave a conclusion to their story. For Touko's, it was just like, he just made sure to maintain distance from her and, try to keep things healthy and all. And then Sunday came and he's just like, Touko, do you love me? And then she's just thrown off to the other. I don't know. Maybe I need some time to think about it. Maybe because Kiryu's route is very straightforward, as is her character. But for Touko, it's just like, it felt like you just woke up and suddenly you're just thrown to ending the whole story was just thrown to conclude just like that. I don't know. Maybe that is the point, because the whole thing about Taichi's own struggle within Touko's mini route is like he has to hold back. He has to ensure that you maintain a certain level of distance, keeping things healthy. You know what? I'll think about it. I'm a little confused. Anyway, I said that I would finish. I would only do Touko's mini route. Maybe I could do like the first third or half of whatever next route I'm going to check out. I still have time. It's like 11:29, so I probably have 30 minutes to an hour. I want to go back to sleep because I still feel sleepy. I really felt like I fell asleep at 3. Let's see. Let me sleep first. 11:30. There you go. And then I woke up. Just in case, I checked the depths of the bushes. Okay, everything's the same as usual. Go to school. Now then, Okujo. I pushed the door open. There was resistance. It was being pushed from the other side. Pushed strongly. On the far side of the door, there was a little turbulence. It was the wind. The antenna was taking shape. A lot of tuning was needed for directionality and wavelength and so on. Okay, this is just the usual Misato Senpai stuff. Oh, fuck, again. We had to read everything. But I know I had a knowledge. Senpai wasn't an expert, but I think she studied it. That senpai wasn't here. Tools, step ladder, books, an empty bag of bread blown around by the wind. Only traces of her work were left. So I guess she's not working 24 hours a day. I looked up at the antenna. A tall structure, open to its surroundings. Apparently you just need the right environment to send out EM waves. You know what? Okay, so I'm sorry guys, I lied. I suddenly lost motivation to read. Because Misato Senpai's beginning lines are all we see this so many times. I suddenly want to get some additional right now. Well, I might continue tonight. or continue tomorrow. Ooh, different name. An apology. I don't know. We'll continue this either later tonight or tomorrow. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I'll see you guys. Ciao.